I guess I need to rip the Band-Aid off and just do it. That's my problem. I've been putting this off. I could have did this yesterday, but the snow came in and I was feeling a little leapy. And here we are today, Thursday. It's that time in between the holidays where you don't really know what day it is, and I'm just existing. I'm just happy that all my official contractual work is done. So I'm going to use this as an opportunity to check in with you guys because it's been a massive backlog. As you can tell, some of the videos, when they get posted, it's summertime still in the podcast realm. So it is not summertime right now. It is very cold. It snowed yesterday. I don't like it, but I'm here, stuck in the Midwest. I think it's time for a checkup, with good old present day Megan Fairless. My thoughts on the year and my thoughts on the podcast. It's been a good year. I guess the theme of 2023 was action. On my goals, I wrote down last year more weddings, more same-day edits, supporting my friends, supporting my team, traveling more, podcast, balance, and action. That's what I had written down. It's still written down over there on my board. And I can say that I feel like I've achieved most of that. The biggest thing was action, and I think I definitely took action. The podcast lived in the back of my mind for 2 years, like you've heard me talk in the past, and it's crazy to see now it happening. I do feel a little guilty for the time in October where I had to take off to put myself first and be able to take time for family, and that kind of lives in the back of my head, but in the bigger scheme of things, I did stay consistent. I honored everyone, I feel like, properly, and they are already becoming something that is like this treasured little capsule of time because things change so much in just the 6-month period from the last time I've talked to you until now. Man, it has been an experience. I'll tell you that. It's been 6 months since I've sat down and had a one-on-one with you guys without a guest or anything like that. And a lot has changed. These videos are exactly what I wanted them to be, and it's never really for the views or anyone else. I appreciate that you guys watch this, but really it's for myself. But it's just insane to post a video every Thursday and be able to look back 6 months and see that's where I was, that was my mindset, and this is how all these people have affected my mindset, and it's beautiful. Every single person that was on the podcast has made me think differently and appreciate things differently. It's beautiful, the diversity among all my friends, but the one thing that's consistent across the board is passion. I have some passionate friends in my life that just go after what they want, and it's just beautiful and inspiring, and it's helped me focus on, what makes me happy. And let's transition from there, from the podcast onto just the year. This year was a weird going into it. My main priorities, back onto my goals, was one that's not written down, but it was kind of in the back of my mind. Coming out of the pandemic, I was really depressed because I realized that I wasn't making friends or good times a priority. I was just working really hard a lot. So this year, I made sure to take time and really have good times with all my friends. So concerts was another high priority this year. So this year we went to LDB, we went and saw Paramore, saw Knocked Loose Again, Lizzo, Polyphia. So I literally saw every single one of my favorite bands ever just this year. I spent a lot of money to do it, but it was 100% worth it. LDB is probably something I'll never miss out again, and now I'm totally invested in going to more hardcore festivals just because it's such a beautiful atmosphere of people, let alone the music's cool. I'll just go to find more music, or if there's bands that I already enjoy, cool, but just the people is just amazing, and the atmosphere and looking around, all the vans. That was cool. Then what else? Paramore almost didn't happen. And then while we were on a camping trip, our annual camping trip with the McCains, they were like, we should go, let's go. So we waited until like the very last minute to buy tickets, and we ended up with suite tickets that were pretty cheap. And so we're all the way up into like the utility stuff. We're looking down, but it was like the best experience of my life, especially with my favorite people. Polyphia was dope. Polyphia, anytime they come to town, I want to see them. Same with Knocked Loose. I feel like they're just someone I feel like I'll have regret if I don't go and see them. So that was fun. What else? Oh, and Lizzo, I paid a lot of money to go see her just because she helped me with like a lot of mindset about like body image, and she's just a good, fun singer. So that was a good, fun old time. And then Zane went with me, and the girls in front of us were like so amazed that my husband was there, and that made it even funner. They're like, oh my God, he's enjoying himself. Like, yeah, it's Lizzo. We're here to have a good time. Other music event that happened that was like just the peak of the year, Rock the Hops made its return back. Oh my God. That I never thought it would ever happen, because I was like, you know what, they're on to new parts of life, it just can't happen. And then boom, here we are, Rock the Hops. Best day ever. I can't. I black out and I run around with my camera all day long. Zane doesn't work in the restaurants anymore, so he got to come along for his first year with Rock the Hops, so that made it even better. And of course, Jordan being a part of it too makes like it actually fun, so we're not trying to work too hard. We're actually enjoying ourselves running around town and filming all these creators and bands and all the people we love. It's just the best day ever. And then had the 10-year reunion after that, and like that was something. Let's go over Maggie Me stuff. What happened in 2023? I took action. I did things, My big goal for Maggie Me this year was to make it self-sufficient. And guess what? I have a team that can take care of itself, and they're better than me. And Maggie Me is just like a beautiful, beautiful thing. I appreciate all of them. I ended up shooting 14 wedding days, which that's more weddings than last year, so check that goal off. It was a good year for weddings, and honestly, like one of my big goals for this year was having a team in place that can be able to handle wedding days without me being involved, and that absolutely happened this year, and they knocked it out of the park. Quality difference is exactly the same, if not better. I'm telling you, it was a good year for weddings. Even though I always play this game where I go back and forth of, am I a photographer? Don't you dare call me a photographer. Of course I'll do your photos. Why would you ask anyone else to do your photos? It's just, I don't know what I ever exist as. I just have a camera and I end up taking photos. So this year, even though I didn't really advertise that any type of photography, I still delivered 10,000 plus photos. I don't know the exact number just because there's so many hard drives. Like if you could see the table right here, it's got like at least 20 hard drives. So it's a lot of stuff. But through all those, I got to experience some good days, some great memories, celebrating cool people, doing some advertising. That's what we do. I am so blessed for the people that helped take care of Maggie Me this year. There were a few times where either it be that I double booked weddings and I had to have the team split up and they had to completely take care of other weddings, or the fact that in October we lost a family member and I couldn't work. I thought that I was going to be able to be present and be able to do a good job, and I realized that I was not going to be able to do a good job. So I was able to lean on a group of friends that just absolutely just nailed it. They have the best personalities to be able to interact with people at events, and then also like the best quality of work too. So it was just beautiful for them to be able to like step up and help me and just be available. I appreciate y'all. Haley, Abby, and Aaron knocked the mayor's ball right out of the park. I think they did a better job than I ever could. What else? Oh, we didn't really do that many business films this year just because of the podcast and other reasons too, which we'll go into that later. But what business films we did do was I did Heather Zenden, did a few videos for her, and then Jordan completely, well, I did a little bit, but Jordan mostly did Grafton Winery and your event space videos right towards the end of the year, so that's cool. But the main reason I didn't really have that much time to put towards that or advertising that was because I got a job. I was already an in-house videographer for Adam Marburger and all of his companies, and he had a position open up, and Vicky Hopkins, which she just is my fairy godmother. I have so many fairy godmothers. She was like, yo, you could do that, And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I ended up getting director of marketing within Ascent Dealer Services, and I also still run social media for a few other of his companies. So that's taken up quite a bit of time this year, but it worked out good because Maggie Me was already pretty self-sufficient, like what I said, and I was able to kind of like take time and push myself and learn new things and try some new stuff, and it's been fun so far. So looking forward to see how that develops and how it balances out, and yeah. Honestly, even though it sounds like I worked a lot this year and I'm always working, I really do feel like after reflecting that I spent so much time with friends this year. Maybe it's just in comparison of the past few years, but I've really, really enjoyed my time with friends this year, and I made it a priority, and I don't regret it at all. And I really feel like I spent the whole summer playing, because as soon as the fall hit, it was just like work. I mean, I really have worked since fall. It's been like, I think I went 70 days straight of a job every single day while also keeping up on editing all of it. But this summer, man, it was just beautiful time of just adventures and fun and camping and the yearly float trip, which even though it rains, it's still like I wouldn't be anywhere else. It was like 100 degrees, 100 plus degrees. It was death outside, and I still wouldn't want to be anywhere else than right there with those people. What else am I proud of? Ooh, another cool thing that happened this year. One of my past brides, 6 years ago, that's when I first met her, whenever her and Sam got married. Now she has become a photographer, and she wanted to do her son's senior photos. So we got the opportunity to do the coolest thing ever. I think it was the highlight of the year, and number one in my heart. We got to do senior photos on the Clark Bridge, which the Clark Bridge is so special to my heart. I love Alton. I don't have any of the pictures here, but I got pictures through my house of this bridge. It's all over my Instagram feed. Like, it's Alton to me. Like, whenever you go across this bridge, it's like the most feeling of home. So I never would have thought I would have got the opportunity to like do photos on this bridge. So that's cool. And then also, like, there's a shot whenever you're coming into town, or not shot, but angle. And it's a dangerous spot in the road to be like, trying to take a picture. But it's whenever the bridge lines up just perfectly, very symmetrical. And I'm like, I would never be able to get that shot unless maybe a drone. And there we were. We got the shot. Highlight. Best photo of the year, I think. Thank you, Jessica and Sam and Connor. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for having me along. Speaking of that was my first time ever in the backseat of a cop car. So let's hope it be the only time I've been in the backseat of a cop car. But yeah, that was cool. So didn't get arrested. Still got a free ride around town. I remembered one of the best parts of the year. It was while we were at LDB. This is my confessional moment. We went and got Bojangles, and we ate Bojangles and left a biscuit at Colonel Sanders' grave. So, I mean, I feel like we've have the Colonel's curse now. Anytime anything goes wrong, that's the first thing me and Zane say. It's the Colonel's curse. But that's my little confessional time. If you listen this far, you'll you got my confession of 2023. God bless Colonel Sanders. I'm pretty sure if it wasn't for him, Bojangles wouldn't exist, but I need to do my research better. Whatever. What else? What else am I proud of that happened in 2023? I did the podcast. Oh, okay. Sorry, Megan, for editing, or sorry, viewer, for, jumping the track so many times. I want to go back onto the podcast. So, moving forward, I think we have, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15, for sure, podcasts that are already filmed that just need edited. So I'm probably going to take my break here and, crank them out so then they're done and over with. And I'll set them up in the backlog, and they'll post every Thursday. But moving forward to after, I think the last person is Becca Peterson that's filmed. I might have a few people that were already on the original list of people that I have to record with. And then after that, I really don't think I'm going to try and aim to make it a consistent thing at all. Just because it really did take up a lot of time this year. And I really don't enjoy editing that much, or really watching myself or listening to myself. It is what I wanted it to be, and that's a time capsule of right now. So I have a few people on my list. I'll be coming after you here shortly if I haven't recorded with you already. And then, I'm not going to say completely no to podcast. After that, if I end up getting inspired, or someone that I really love lines up, I'll do it and I'll post it. But it's not going to be on a weekly basis. It's just going to be oh, surprise, here you go. So, and that's if I do it at all. I might have different passions, different goals for 2024. I think 2024 is going to be a good year. There's a lot of things in place that make my life easier. It's more functioned out. And I got a team that I can really lean on. And, there's nothing really I'm scared of going into 2024. I'm just looking forward to pushing it, I feel like I got the break that I needed during 2023, and I'm really ready to push it hard. I don't know. We did 14 weddings this year. We did 12 weddings last year. So, let's say 20 weddings altogether for 2024. Let's do that. What else do I want to manifest? I don't know. I just want to work hard. I want to make a lot of money, and then I want to buy some property, and I want to buy a cow. I don't know if that can happen in 1 year. I always surprise myself by how much you can get done in a little bit of time. It always seems like a giant task, and you know what? We're going to make good money. We're going to buy a cow. That is my goal for 2024. And be comfortable in this economy. Those on Instagram, those reels that are 2023 has come to an end, blah, 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 and it goes into some music. I want to make something like that. This is the long form of the podcast, but somehow from all of this jibber jabbering, I hope to make a little reel. So hopefully it ends up cool, I appreciate everyone that I got to spend time with in 2023. Thank you for everyone that helps support me and what I do. If it's from hanging out with me, hiring me, supporting me by sharing stuff on the internet. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to 2024. Be safe and have a good new year. I'm going to take a good break and play some Minecraft. And what else do I want to do? What am I going to do on my break? Ooh, I don't know. I'm going to lay there and I'm going to take a nap. Oh my God. That just sounds like the best thing ever. What else am I going to do? I'm going to hang with friends. I'm going to be a hooligan. I don't know how I'm going to be a hooligan, but that gives me some kind of energy being a hooligan. What else? That's it. That's the goals. I'm going to hang out with friends. I'm going to rest. And I'm going to be a hooligan. I hope you guys have a great new year. I love you. Cheers. Thanks for listening to me ramble.